Very good morning, all of you. I welcome you all for this first lecture of our industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject. Okay. So, as per the decision taken by the Institute sir, by the discussion with you all, it is finalized that for the this semester for professional elective 3 subject. Okay. Earlier we have given two choice for you. One is the this industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject, and second was the non-conventional machining. Okay, so look into the number of that choice of the students. Realize that this industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject will be continued. For both the division. Okay, so for our T mechanical TYBD mechanical A division, I will be the subject teacher for this IHP, in short, industrial hydraulics and pneumatic. That is IHP subject. I will be the subject teacher. Okay, so those students who have attended earlier 2-3 lectures of IHP subject, okay, which was delivered by our Professor P.A. Dole sir. So for them, maybe this 1 or 2 lecture may be the repetition, but no problem, because those students firstly they have joined this IHP subject lecture. For them, it is necessary to start with the first point. Okay, so once again, I welcome you all for this first lecture of industrial hydraulics and pneumatics subject. Okay, so again, as this subject I'm going to deliver. Okay, so you should know who is your instructor or who is your course or subject teacher. Okay, so for that purpose, I will tell my introduction here. Okay, now you can see on the screen also, I have mentioned my introduction. So I'm Professor D.T. Kashif. I have completed my BE Mechanical Engineering in 2013. Then I have completed my master's in mechanical engineering by specialization of heat power engineering. Okay, from the MIT College of Engineering, Pune. Okay, then I have joined this institute. Okay, in 1st January 2015. Okay, so till date, I am with this institute. Okay, in this mechanical engineering department, I am working as an assistant professor. Okay, and from this in this my total 7 years of teaching tenure, I have taught different subjects. Okay, so that subjects also I have mentioned in the screen. You can see. So till date, I also taught subject like fluid machinery and fluid power. Okay, FMP in short, we can call. Then non-conventional machining subject also I have taught. Okay, then applied thermodynamics subject I have taught. Heat and mass transfer. Then power plant and energy engineering, production and operation management, numerical method I have taught. Then for the PG level, composition technique in design engineering, that subject also taught. Okay, so if you see my post graduation, that means my specialization is heat power engineering. That is a thermal background. Okay, heat power engineering. Okay, but I have taught thermal related subject also. That means our applied thermodynamics, heat transfer. Okay, then fluid mechanics and fluid power, FMMP. Okay, and along with that, I have taught subjects related to manufacturing as well as production. That means the production and operation management, non-conventional machining. Okay, so in some students of in minds of some students, the question may arise is that the sir was teaching yesterday non-conventional machining subject, and from today he is teaching the this IHP subject. Okay, so for them, please clear that I'm having the specialization of the heat power in the, that means I'm the person of the fluid background as well as the thermal background. Okay, but due to the requirement of our department, last two times I have taught that non-conventional machining also. Okay, so I am having the good command on that subject also. And now I'm talking about the our industrial fluid power subject. Okay, industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject. Okay, earlier, okay, now this subject introduced in your syllabus in the last year. That means in the TY BTech semester 1 with effect from the 2020-21. This subject is introduced. Before that, in the subject was fluid mechanics and fluid machinery and fluid power was there. So whatever the you have learned in the FM subject in your second year class. So the second part of FM subject, okay, fluid mechanics and fluid machinery. So earlier FP, so that FMP, fluid machinery, fluid power, that subject is divided into two parts: fluid machinery and fluid power. So that fluid machinery, it is combined with the fluid mechanics. So that new subject you learn, that is FMF. Okay, fluid. Now the remaining part of FMFP, fluid power. So fluid power, fluid industrial, hydraulics and pneumatic. FMFP second part, that is fluid power, means your subject hydraulics and pneumatics, industrial, hydraulics and pneumatic. Okay, getting it? So that FMFP subject already I have taught 2 times. Okay, so don't worry about the your subject teacher. Okay, I'm having the good command of that subject also. Okay. Now, I was talking about my subject taught. Now, along with this teaching experience, I have published some research paper in international journal also. Okay, so total 15 papers I have published in different reputed international journals. You can see on the screen also. Then I have presented some papers in international conferences, also different international conferences. Okay, 5 papers I have presented. Then 5 papers I have presented in international conference, and total 15 papers I have published in different different international journals. Okay. Then along with that, for the self development, so that development should help to while teaching. For that purpose, I have attended different short-term training programs, faculty development programs. So more than 20 programs, offline, online, I have attended. Then different workshops, seminars also I have attended more than 15. Then I have gone for the different online courses also, that is NPTEL and other SWAYAM or Coursera. Okay, so near about 9 courses I have completed. Then based on my master thesis, I have published one book, okay, in Lambert publication. So this is my small little bit introduction for your information purpose. Okay. Now, during this semester or hereafter, if you have any problem, or if you want to take my help for apart from the this teaching or after the lecture, then you should have the contact details of your subject teacher. For that purpose, I have mentioned my email ID and the contact number. Okay, you can write in your notebook also. So my email ID is ddkashid@coe.sweri.ac.in. Okay, this is an official mail ID. And for WhatsApp or for other contact purpose, I have written my contact number also, 91686553 Okay, once again I repeat, 91686553 Okay, whether my voice is audible at your end?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that I can proceed further. Now let us go for this. This is my introduction. Now let us go for next one. So you can see on the screen. While going to the new topic, or while going to the to learn new concept or new subject, you should, as per my thought, we should have some philosophy behind that. Okay, we should have some enthusiasm behind the everything. So for that purpose, as per my thinking, I have written one line. Okay, that is my philosophy to teach this subject. Okay, or to learn the new subject. Okay, for that purpose also you can take this quote or the line as a philosophy. Okay, as a motivation. So the motivational line here I have written is that education is a journey. Education is a journey. Let's enjoy it. Okay, education is a journey. Let's enjoy it. Okay, so this education or teaching learning process is a journey. Is a journey. We should not take it's a burden. Okay, we have to enjoy this process. Entire process we should enjoy, so that this education will be the incorporate in us. Okay, will be incorporate. Okay, so the this journey we have to enjoy. Okay, so this is my thinking. Okay, and this is a motivation behind this teaching learning process as per the my thought thinking. Okay, so this is a motivation line. Now let us come to the main important point, that is our syllabus or the curriculum. Okay, this curriculum, it is given by our university, Solapur University. Okay, so with effect from the 2020 to 2021. Okay, as per the syllabus, as per the curriculum of the TYP Tech semester 1, you have the professional elective 3, and in that elective 3, the second option was the second choice was the industrial hydraulics and the pneumatics. Okay, so as per the curriculum, so examination scheme I have mentioned here that for this subject in semester exam having the 70 marks. Okay, 70 marks in semester, that is university exam will have there, and 30 marks are for the in semester exam ISC. Okay, and plus for the term work or the internal continuous assessment ICA, 25 marks are given by the university. Okay, so 30 marks are for the your ISCs, then 70 marks for university exam, and 25 marks is for the term work. Okay, for our subject no external examination, but internal we are going to conduct. Now let us move for the what are how many topics are or units are included in this syllabus, there we'll see. So in section number 1 there are 2 sections in this subject. Okay, so for section number 1 3 units are there, and in the section number 2, in the section number 2nd, remaining 3 units are there. Okay, so in section number 1, first unit is related to the introduction to hydraulic system and hydraulic actuator. So our subject name is industrial hydraulics and pneumatic. So hydraulic part will be covered in the section number 1, and pneumatic part will be covered in the section number 2. Okay, getting it? So related to the hydraulics, 3 chapters are there, and that 3 chapters are in the section number 1, and related to the pneumatic part, okay, 3 chapters are there, and that 3 chapters are we are going to learn in the section number 2. So in section number 1, first unit is the introduction to hydraulic system and hydraulic actuator. In detail syllabus we are going to see in the next slide. Then second unit is the pumps, actuators, accumulator, intensifiers and valves. Okay, pumps, accumulator, intensifier and actuator, accumulator. So whatever the components are there now of the hydraulic system, so first components is a actuator. Okay, it's a types and everything we are going to see in the unit number 1. Then second component pumps, then third accumulator, intensifier and valve. That parts, components in detail we are going to learn in the unit number 2. Okay, then after learning the component, we should be able to understand the circuit. So hydraulic circuits we are going to learn in the section number in the topic number 3, unit number 3. Okay, so in detail syllabus we will see in the next slide. So these are the 3 topics related to the hydraulic part in the section number 1. Now let us go for the second section. Second section, as I have mentioned, second section is related to the pneumatic. So in the unit number 4 we are going to see introduction to pneumatic system and actuator. Again actuator. Now this actuator will be the from the pneumatic part. Okay, then in the unit number 5th we are going to see the remaining elements of the component of pneumatic system. So pneumatic system elements and another walls, that part we are going to see in the unit number 5. Okay, in detail syllabus we'll discuss later on. And in the last unit or in the last chapter, that is 6th chapter, we are going to discuss, we are going to learn pneumatic circuits. Okay, so these are the titles of the topics of our subject, industrial, hydraulics and pneumatics. Okay, now let us move towards the in detail syllabus or in detail content of each and every unit we will see now. Okay, before that which previous subjects or which knowledge of previous subject is required for this subject, that we'll see. So prerequisite, course prerequisite we will see. So to learn this subject, students shall have the knowledge of basics of our fluid mechanics subject. Okay, already in section in the semester 2 of your SYB Tech you have learned fluid mechanics subject. So you have the knowledge of basics of the fluid mechanics. Now in that again we should have the knowledge of properties of fluid, then your continuity equation and various laws. Okay, various laws related to the fluid mechanics. Okay, related to the fluid you should know. Okay, as a basic or the prerequisite for this our subject. Okay, now for every course we have the course objective. So like that, for our industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject we have the course objective. So during this course the students are expected that they should before learning this subject or before learning any topic, they should it is expected that student is expected to choose proper components for hydraulics and pneumatic circuit. Okay, students should be able to or will be able to choose proper components for hydraulics and pneumatic circuit. That is your objective, that is your aim. The second aim is to students should able to prepare hydraulic and pneumatic circuit, okay, for various application. Okay, that is another objective or another aim for learning this subject or course. Okay, and after learning this subject, at the end of this course you should or you will be able to first outcome should be your describe construction and working of various hydraulic component and devices. Okay, you will be able to describe construction working of various hydraulic component and devices. That will be your outcome, okay, for your hydraulic part. Likewise, you will be able to draw the hydraulic circuits for various application, and you will be able to explain the working of various pneumatic actuator. That is another outcome of our subject. Then third outcome, okay, at the end of this course, students will be able to, hello, anybody want to speak anything? Abhishek, Rushikesh, anybody want to speak anything? Okay, I was talking about the third object outcome of this subject. That is, after learning or after studying this subject, at the end of this course, you will be able to select proper pneumatic components and you will be able to prepare pneumatic circuits for any application. Okay, so these are the outcomes of this subject. Okay, now let us go for the in detail syllabus. So in this on this slide, I have mentioned the content of our unit number 1. Okay, our unit number 1 is, you can see, introduction to hydraulic system and hydraulic actuator. As per the syllabus, as per the curriculum laid by our Solapur University for this subject, for this unit number 1, 6 hours, 6 number of lectures are given. Okay. Now for this unit number 1, introduction to hydraulic system and hydraulic actuator, the unit contents are as this. So first we are going to discuss the introduction to fluid power. This is a basic point, basic knowledge you should know about this subject. Then we'll start the hydraulic system. So about the hydraulic system, we'll see, then in that we'll see the advantages, then limitations and applications of this hydraulic system. Okay, and after getting the knowledge of the basic knowledge of the hydraulic system, then we'll go for the first component, that is hydraulic actuator. About the hydraulic actuator, we'll see in detail working principle. Then we'll go for its classification. In the classification, we'll discuss in detail linear and rotary actuator. Then its types we'll see. Then it's the working constructions of this linear actuator we'll see. Okay. Then along with this actuator, we are going to see the another point, that is a seals and packing. Okay, seals and packing. Then in that seals and packing, we are going to discuss its types, the materials used for this seals and packing, then its application, and about this seals and packing, we are going to see the important concept, that is the cushioning effect. The unit content, or this is the topics to be covered in the unit number 1. Okay, intro actuator. Okay, just read out this once again. Okay. I will give 30 seconds to read this topics. Okay, so you should know the syllabus, okay, of unit number 1. Please go through this. Okay, shall we go for the next unit content? Okay, we'll go for next unit number 2. Okay, now look at this screen. Okay, so unit number 2, the remaining. Who is talking? Okay, so unit number 2. So whatever the remaining component or the elements of hydraulic system is there, no, that component means your pumps, hydraulic pumps, accumulator, intensifier, and valves. So it's a in detail we are going to learn about this point in this topic. Okay, so unit number 2, for this, a pump, accumulator, intensifier, and valve. For this, Total 8 lectures are given as per the syllabus. Okay. Now let us go for the unit content. So in the first part, we are going to learn about the pump. So about the pump, we are going to discuss the types, then it's a working, then it's a characteristics, then it's a applications. Okay. Then we have the one point related to that pumps. That is a calculation of force and velocity of the piston. Okay. It's a numerical also we are going to see. That means how to calculate. Then remaining system components means the accumulator, intensifier. About that we are going to discuss their types, working, applications, then different symbols used in the hydraulic circuits. That also we are going to learn. Okay, different symbols used in the hydraulic circuits. Okay, so every component, every small element have their own symbol. Okay, and that symbols are required or that symbols are used while preparing the hydraulic circuit or any circuit diagram. Okay, so that we are going to see. Then along with the pump, accumulator, intensifier, we have the valves, hydraulic valves. In that valves, firstly we are going to see the pressure control valve. Then it's a types. Okay, direct acting type, pivot operated pressure control valve, then sequence pressure control valve. Okay, then balancing, unloading. Okay, then pressure relieving, pressure reducing, relieving, pressure control valves are there. Okay, for each and every pressure control valve, we are going to learn its construction, working, and application. Okay. Then second type of valve is the direction control valve. Okay, hydraulic. I am talking about the hydraulics only. Okay, so in the hydraulic control valve, we are going to see the types, construction, and working. Then along with that, we are going to see the spool actuation method, spool central position also. Okay. Then next is the flow control. This is the third type of the control valve of the hydraulic. So flow control valve. Okay. In that again, it's a type that is a compensated and non-compensated valves we are going to learn. Then it's a construction working. In that again, one-way valve also we are going to learn. One-way flow control valve that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, so this is a syllabus of our unit content of our unit number 2. Okay, I will give the 30 seconds to read out once again. Okay, so please go through this syllabus. Okay, just to read. Okay, let us go for the third topic. Third unit is the hydraulic circuits. Okay, so after getting knowledge of introduction to hydraulic system, it's a component, it's a classification, working principle, then symbols used in the hydraulic circuit. We are going to learn the in detail about the hydraulic circuit. Okay, so in this topic, we are going to learn the following content: simple circuit. Okay, it's a circuit diagram. It's a working. We are going to see that speed control circuit. First is a simple circuit. Then second is a speed control circuit. In that, again, different circuits are there: meter in circuit, meter out circuit, bleed off circuit, regenerative circuit is there, then sequencing circuit is there. Okay, counterbalancing circuit is there, synchronizing circuit is there. So these circuits we are going to learn. Hydraulic circuits we are going to learn in unit number 3. Then in that again, we are going to see the circuits with the accumulator and intensifier. Circuits with accumulator and intensifier. Okay. Then we have the another circuit, that is a hydraulic application oriented circuit, that is hydraulic clamping circuit we are going to see, and hydraulic braking system circuit we are going to see. Okay, so this is the content of the hydraulic circuit. Up to this hydraulic part is there. Okay, and after from the unit number 4, pneumatic part is there. Okay, please just read out the ones. Okay, I will give the once again 30 second the unit content. As I'm going to share this slides, all slides through the study material sheet, so no need to write the syllabus. Okay, whenever the important part, whenever the important diagram will be there, that time I request you, that time I will tell you, okay, or I will inform you to write out to draw the diagram. That time you can draw. Okay, let us go for next. Now section second. Okay, as I have already mentioned that the second section is related to the pneumatic part. So the unit 4, introduction to pneumatic system and the actuator. Okay, as in the chapter number 1, unit number 1, we have seen the introduction to hydraulic system and actuator. Like that, in the unit number 4, we are going to see the introduction to hydraulic system and actuators. Okay, let us discuss the again for this unit number 4. 6 hours are given. Okay, let us discuss the unit content. So firstly, we are going to see the pneumatic system. Then after introduction of we are going to see the advantages, limitations, and applications of the pneumatic system. Then we after getting the knowledge of hydraulic and pneumatic system, we are going to see the it's a comparison of hydraulic and pneumatic system. Then Indian standard symbol, IS standard symbols used in the pneumatic circuits, that we are going to see. Okay, and after that we are going to see the components of the hydraulic pneumatic system. In that component, we are going to see the pneumatic cylinders, then air motors. About the cylinder and air motor, we are going to see the construction, working, and the types of all the cylinder, pneumatic cylinders and the air motor. Okay, like hydraulic pump, here we'll have the cylinder and the motor. Okay, so this is the content for the unit number 4. Please have a look on the screen, just read out. Okay, now let us go for the next chapter, next unit. So next unit name is the pneumatic system elements and valves. Okay, pneumatic system elements and valves. So in this unit number 5, we are going to learn different elements, components of pneumatic system. Okay, in that firstly we are going to see the pipings. Okay, then what are the materials used for the piping. Okay, that we are going to learn the pressure ratings. Okay, then piping layout we are going to see, and after that we are going to discuss the component of the elements of the pneumatic system. In that first we are going to see the air compressor, its types, its working, then what is the selection criteria. Okay, and after that the most important point of the pneumatic system is the filter. Okay, FRL unit. Okay, about the FRL unit, we are going to see the it's a working and construction, working, everything. For each and every component, for each and every point, we have to go for the it's a we have to see that it's a schematic diagram and it's a symbol or the it's a circuit diagram. Okay, so here itself I request you all from next lecture be with your notebook and pen. Okay, whenever there will be the important point, important diagram, that time I will request you to draw that diagram. Okay, for that purpose you should be ready with your pen and notebook. Okay, so after FRL unit, okay, construction working, we are going to see the next component, that is walls of the pneumatic system. So in that again we are going to see the direction control wall, then flow control wall, pressure control wall. Okay, whatever the walls we are going to learn for the hydraulic system, the same walls will be there for pneumatic system also. Okay, again we are going to see the direction control wall, flow control wall, the pressure control wall. It's a types, then it's a working. Okay, in detail we are going to see it's a construction diagram, then it's a symbol. Okay, and along with that we are going to see the quick exhaust wall and time delay wall. Okay, quick exhaust wall and time delay wall. So that also we are going to learn in the unit number 5. Okay, please go through the this unit content. Okay, once again please read out this. Will you I will give you the 30 seconds to read this. Why I'm telling you to read, to why after reading you will just know that what points we are going to learn. Okay, what is the syllabus, what is the unit content for each and every topic, you should know. For that purpose I am requesting you all to take 30 seconds to read this. Okay, now let us go for the last unit. Okay, so unit number 6. Okay, whatever the third we have seen the hydraulic circuits like that. Here pneumatic circuit we are going to learn in circuits. Okay, so after getting the knowledge of pneumatic system, it's a element, it's a component, construction, working, type, it's a symbol, we are going to learn the circuit. So in that also we are going to see first a simple hydraulic pneumatic system, pneumatic circuits. Then we are going to see the application oriented circuit, that is pneumatic clamping system. Then we are going to see another application, pneumatic braking system, then pneumatic power tool and time delay circuit. Time delay circuit. So these are the circuits which are we are going to learn in unit number 6. In unit number 6. Okay. So this is a syllabus for unit number 6 and for our industrial hydraulics and pneumatic. Okay, only 6 chapters are there. Okay, first 3 chapters are related to the hydraulic part, and the second section, that means the remaining 3 chapters are related to the pneumatic part. Okay, please just go through the syllabus. Okay, so this was the syllabus. Now let us see the ICA, that means the internal continuous evaluation. For that purpose, what is the requirement? So as per the syllabus of hydraulics, industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject, in the term work, we have to go for the 3 assignments. Okay, 3 assignments. So first assignment will be the related to the IS symbols, Indian standard symbols for different components of hydraulics and pneumatic system. Okay, these are the this symbols, these symbols of all the components of hydraulic and pneumatic system. These are very important for the your subject. Okay, so you need to draw the symbol for each and every component of hydraulics and pneumatics. That is your first assignment. Okay, one by one we are going to see. Then in the second assignment, you have to study the hydraulic walls. Okay, whatever topics or whatever the parts related to hydraulic walls in the unit number 2 we are going to learn. No? So that part you have to write in the assignment number 2. Study of hydraulic walls. In the wall, you can take direction control wall, flow control wall, and the pressure control wall. Okay, important one. Then in the third assignment, you need to study hydraulic walls. Okay. And the next is the demonstration of hydraulic. Sorry, only 3 assignments are there, and after 3 assignments, we have to go for the demonstration. Okay, any 4 demonstration we have to see. For that purpose, also they have given the options. So demonstration of hydraulic and pneumatic hydraulic speed control. That also speed control circuit that we have to see. Now in the first demonstration of hydraulic speed control circuit. As in our department, we have the hydraulic circuit kit, okay, and pneumatic kit also, okay. So we can perform the practical. That will I'm going to show you, okay. Then second demonstration of travels and feed circuit. Then a demonstration of what are the points we are going to learn in unit number 3 and in unit number 6. Okay, so it's a demonstration. We have to learn. We have to go for this demonstration. Hydraulic speed control circuit. Then demonstration of travels and feed circuit. Okay. Then sequencing circuit. It's a demonstration. Then demonstration of different pneumatic circuits. That also we have to go as a part of thermo. Okay. Then test on gear or vane or piston pump and plotting of the its a performance characteristics. Okay, test. I think this setup is not available with, but we can go for the circuit. Then another is that software used for hydraulic and pneumatic circuit design. Okay, to design the circuit diagram, there are many softwares are available in the market. So using these softwares, you can design the hydraulic and pneumatic system. So one software is that Automation Studio software. So using Automation Studio software, you can design the hydraulic and pneumatic circuit. Okay, that is it's a demonstration. Also, we can take. Okay, so out of these 6, we have to take the only 4. Okay, as a demonstration. Okay, this is a part of the thermo. Now, along with this assignment and demonstration, we have the other part also as a term work. So in the other first option they have given, that is the design of hydraulic or pneumatic circuit for practical application. Okay, for practical application, we need to design a hydraulic or pneumatic circuit. Okay, in that for a practical application, while designing, you should select, that is a selection of, we have to learn selection of different components such as reservoir means the accumulator, then various valves. Okay, it may be the direction control, it may be the flow control, it may be the your pressure controller, actuators, filters, pumps. Okay, based on the design, it's a selection should happen. Okay, so that also we can take. Okay, and so whatever the this designing part is there, no. So while designing, students are need to refer the standard manufacturing catalog. Okay, standard manufacturing catalog. Okay, so as a case study, this experiment or this practical is involved in our syllabus. Okay, so this is an open-ended question. For any application, you can take any application. For example, in the lathe to make the automatic check. Okay, for gripping and gripping out, you can design a circuit. Okay, so this may you can take the positive point through the this practical. Okay, you can take the project. Okay, for this designing. Okay, based on this designing of hydraulic and pneumatic circuit for any application. Okay, but whatever we are going to select the component or whatever we are going to design, no, so that design should be as per the manufacturing catalog. Okay, and another option for our term is given that you can visit to a service station of earth moving equipment. Okay, why earth moving equipment? Because if you see in JCB, that is a earth executor. Okay, JCB or the dumper. Okay, big dumper. So or Pokeland. Okay, in all 16, we have observed that there are pneumatic and hydraulic parts are there. Okay, which are operating on the parts which are operating based on the hydraulic and pneumatic. So by visiting service station of the earth moving equipment, you will get the practical exposure of the pneumatic and hydraulics. For that purpose, it is recommended that to visit the service station of earth moving equipment. But here notice that after visiting, students should write visit report based on the observations made during the visit. You have to write a visit report. Okay, based on the points we have observed or the what are the observation you have made during the visit. That points you have to mention in the report. Okay, so this is a part of our term work. Okay, getting it? So this is syllabus. Now the important point. What are the textbook or the reference books which are useful for our subject? So here I have mentioned the textbook. So first is the oil hydraulics. One book is available in our central library. Okay, many books of many copies of this book are available. Oil hydraulics. Okay, it's the title is Oil Hydraulics Principle and Maintenance by S.R. Muzumdar. Okay, another book by this same author S.R. Muzumdar, that is a pneumatic. Okay, first book is related to the hydraulics. The second book is related to the pneumatic. Okay, and for pneumatic and hydraulics, one more book is given by, that is given here mentioned here mentioned that author name is S.L. Stewart. Okay, so these books are useful for our. Okay, one more book I will recommend here that you can use Industrial Hydraulic Power by Ilyas Khan. Okay, that book also cover the 100% syllabus. Then a reference book. Okay, now for the practical exposure, okay, you can use Vickers manual on hydraulics pneumatic. Okay, then Bresto manual for pneumatic principle and its application. Okay, then another reference books are book is given, that is ABCs of hydraulic circuits and ABCs of pneumatic circuit. Also these are available in our central library by H.L. Stewart. Okay, so these are the books which are required for our subject. Okay, along with that, I will recommend you that as you are learning this industrial hydraulics and pneumatic subject in this semester, So to get the more knowledge about this subject, or to get the more knowledge about this field, you can enroll for the NPTEL course, which is related to the industrial hydraulics and pneumatic. Okay, industrial oil hydraulics and pneumatic subject course is available. Okay, NPTEL course. Okay, you can enroll for that also. So this is syllabus. Okay, now after knowing the syllabus, the first, or at the first of the this while selecting the this elect subject, in your mind one question arises is that why we want to study this subject, what is the need of this course, or what is the need of this subject in current scenario. Okay, so the answer of these two questions I'm going to give in the next lecture. Okay, we are going to see the in the next lecture, that is why we need to study this subject, why we what is the need of this subject, what is the need of this course in the current scenario. Okay, this answer we are going to learn in the next lecture. Okay, so I request you, don't forget to attend next lecture, tomorrow's lecture. Okay, because the most important lectures I'm going to teach you in the next lecture, or most important points. Now I request you all, please write down your roll number in the chat box as attendance. Please write down your roll number in the chat box. Okay, and after writing your roll number, you can leave this meeting, no problem. Okay, so thank you very much. I will give the 2 minutes to write down your roll number. Okay, after 2 minutes, I will exit this meeting. I will end this meeting.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hi, yes, good morning. Rushikesh.
Sir, I have two questions.
Please ask.
Sir, what is a paper presentation, sir? Because I'm in third year, I don't know about this, sir. How these papers are presented in international and conferences.
Okay. So I will take one session for your class. That is the importance of project, and then how to publish its work. Okay, whatever the work in the project you are going to do now. So that based on that you have to write the paper. Now how to write everything in detail we'll discuss later on. Okay. Or you can personally you can make you can call me that time we'll discuss. Okay. Another question you can ask. Or during hello, Rishikesh, during
Yes,
the during the mentor session also we can discuss this point. Okay.
yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Please ask another question you have, no?
It is related to, sir, postulates, sorry, patent.
Okay.
So how we define patent and how we work on some categories of mechanical.
Okay. So I don't have the deep knowledge about the patent filing and everything. So here I'll give you some guidelines. Okay. As in our syllabus, total 6 patents are registered, filed. Okay. So I will give the expert. So B.D. Gaikwad sir, Professor B.D. Gaikwad sir, having the good knowledge about the patent filing, everything. So from basic to up to filing, everything sir no. Okay, that B.D. Gaikwad sir and Khomne sir. So I will recommend you to please contact to B.D. Gaikwad sir. Okay, because he having that knowledge. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Rushikesh.
Thank you, sir.
Because B.D. Gaikwad sir already filed 2 or 3 patents, so he know the process, everything he knows. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else? Anything else? Other student? Okay. If no point to discuss, then see you tomorrow.